What if the same essential oil blend could make your soap smell amazing for months? At the same time, you could use the same essential oil blend diluted with some jojoba oil to use it as your everyday perfume. So today, we are designing our own essential oil blend. And here's the trick. One of the most common pain points in soap making is that you spend money on expensive essential oils, because trust me, essential oils can be very expensive. Then you add them into your soap and then you find out 3 weeks later that the scent has faded away. This is not a coincidence. Today, we're gonna understand exactly why that happens, how to design an essential oil blend with intention and make it long lasting so that it smells even after 9 months. And most importantly, how to combine the different essential oils together in a way that they create something unique. And if you're new here, my name is Perry. I have a background in chemical engineering and a master's in biotechnology. For the past 5 years, I've been working in the biotech industry, focusing on skincare ingredients. And I'm obsessed with one thing. I'm obsessed with understanding formulation and the why behind things. And what I want from you watching is that you go from someone who just copies recipes to someone who designs their own recipes based on their own goals. And if you want a free PDF that has a soap making recipe with shea butter, coconut oil, olive oil and castor oil, and it also includes a long-lasting essential oil blend, make sure to comment soap and I will send to you as soon as I see your comment. So let's go ahead and look at the ingredients that we're gonna use. So we're gonna use a total of 7 essential oils. We're gonna start with the base notes. The base notes are the essential oil of higher molecular weight, and they're the ones that evaporate very, very slowly. They're the ones that make our whole essential oil blend more long-lasting. Certain base notes like patchouli essential oil, it is said that they're actually becoming better with age. The second category that we're gonna use is middle or heart notes. Those are the ones that have slightly lower molecular weight. They evaporate slightly faster than base notes and you can smell them right away. And they are usually the floral and the herbal ones. And then we're also gonna add top notes, which are typically the citrusy ones. And these are the ones of the lowest molecular weight. They're the ones that evaporate fastest and they're the ones that we smell first. So base notes typically have a molecular weight of 200 to 300 grams per mole. Middle notes have a molecular weight of 150 to 200 grams per mole, and top notes have a molecular weight of 130 to 150 grams per mole. So if you just add a top note straight into your soap, it will basically evaporate really, really fast. Like bergamot, lemon, sweet orange, grapefruit, and so on. It will fade away after a few weeks, and that's because it's a top note and it doesn't really have anything to anchor it and keep it long lasting. And that's why we always need to pair it with a base note like patchouli, cedarwood, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, and so on, to make sure that we have a very long lasting essential oil blend. Imagine this, imagine that base notes create like this, they're of high molecular weight, so they create this molecular matrix where top notes are not able to evaporate really, really fast, so they get trapped inside this molecular matrix. So let's begin. I'm gonna make a total of 40 grams, which I'm gonna use in a soap of 1 kilo of oil. So I'm using 40 grams of essential oil blend for 1 kilo of oils soap. So we are gonna start with 10% vetiver. Since we're making a total of 40 grams, that will be 4 grams of vetiver. Vetiver essential oil is the foundation. It's very earthy, smoky, slightly woody, and deeply grounding. Some perfumers actually describe it as hippie. So they describe it as vetiver having a very hippie smell. So let's go ahead and add 4 grams of that. And our next ingredient is gonna be patchouli essential oil. Patchouli is basically, some people say that it smells like memories of the 60s. It adds elegance. It's very earthy like vetiver, but it's warmer and sweeter and more refined. Pairing of vetiver and patchouli is one of the most classic in perfumery, precisely because patchouli gives vetiver this kind of elegance. So we're gonna go ahead and add 20% patchouli, which is basically 8 grams. Now let's go ahead and add 10% or 4 grams of lavender. Lavender essential oil is very green, it's very herbal, but at the same time it's slightly floral. It basically acts as a bridge between the deep earthy base of vetiver and patchouli with the brighter notes we're about to add later on. And that's exactly why we add lavender essential oil. So let's go ahead and add 4 grams. Then we will go ahead with 20% neroli or 8 grams of neroli essential oil. Neroli essential oil is very floral, is rich, it's very intense, and it also has a bit of a citrusy aspect too. The floral aspect of neroli blends amazing with the floral aspect of lavender, and the citrusy aspect of neroli will blend amazing with our top notes, as you will see now. So for our top notes, we're gonna start with bitter orange essential oil, and for that we're gonna go ahead and add 10% or 4 grams. Bitter orange essential oil is very citrusy and it will add sparkle to our essential oil blend. Then we're gonna go ahead with 10% of mint, and we're gonna add, which means that we're gonna add 4 grams. Mint is basically your freshness, it's your brightness, it's what adds sharpness to your essential oil blend. It makes the whole blend basically smell very alive. And finally, we are gonna go ahead and add 4 grams or 10% of ginger essential oil. I know, this is the unexpected one. Ginger essential oil is a spicy essential oil, and at a very low concentration, it actually adds definition to your essential oil blend. It makes everything sharper and more distinct, and it gives structure to everything. A little goes a long way, so it can be quite overpowering, so that's why we are only adding 10%. Now let's go ahead and mix. So guys, this is amazing. Our essential oil blend is ready and it smells fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and add this in soap, but if you want to use it as a perfume that you wear on your body, you can definitely do that. The way you do it is that you take a small part of it and you dilute it with jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is a liquid wax ester. It resembles the natural sebum we have on our skin. It's very compatible with our skin. And what you do is that you combine, for example, 8 parts jojoba and 2 parts of that. And you can adjust it based on your liking on how intense or mild you want your perfume to be. And then you can put it in a spray bottle and use it as your everyday perfume. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to comment soap if you want the free soap making recipe, including a long-lasting essential oil blend. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys next time.